What is your greatest hope for the future of science? First, I'd like to thank you, Mary Woolley, for your leadership and for bringing the Research America community together today, and for asking the question, what is your greatest hope for the future of science? The future of science is something we get a glimpse of every day at the Rita Allen Foundation, for we're investing in early stage scientists who have pioneering ideas to explore. They have a long view into the future with their research, and of course, they don't know exactly what they will discover, nor when they might discover something that would be transformative. And yet, we've seen over 4 decades that their collective impact is extraordinary. Through the years, they've made great advances in the areas of cancer, chronic pain, neurological disorders, immunology, and even CRISPR. Their research has earned wide recognition, including a Nobel Prize. For us and for so many others, science is hope, and investing in early stage scientists is essential to our future. And yet, there have been many changes in the research environment, as we can see with the pandemic and other crises. And so, to build on the remarkable, accelerating progress of science, to allow science to respond to society's critical needs, will require a new kind of leadership support and new approaches to more broadly and intentionally build civic relationships and to engage communities so they can participate in and benefit from and support science, so we can be good stewards of the future together. And as we gather here today to build this work, we know that there's an urgent imperative to equip diverse new generations of leaders to help deliver our hopes for the future of science. We also know that we have a lot of work to do to heed the call that I hear loud and clear from our community and beyond, that science, like many other institutions in our society, become much more inclusive than it has been historically, and that the diversity of its participants and leaders represent the diversity of our nation, and that every young person can see themselves when they look at scientists, civic scientists, science-strong leaders, and that they're not only encouraged to participate in science, but that science understands and values their participation, and that this is vital to our future and to the future of science. And that science recognizes it's not apart from society, but integrated into it and responsible to it. Mary Woolley and Research America are calling us together with a vision of creating science-strong leaders and communities. And to achieve this vision, they're offering some incentives so that young scientists who are very interested in becoming civically involved in their communities can build those new relationships and teams that we so urgently need. They're also helping to launch a new Civic Science Fellows program along with Rita Allen and other partners for stronger and more inclusive connections between science and society. And we all, of course, all realize that we're not going to do it alone, that there's, again, much to do. And as scientists see the merits of working collaboratively across disciplines, so we're also going to need teams that are perhaps aren't used to working with each other in order to figure out how to create even greater public benefit, especially working with communities that have been overlooked, marginalized, and not included. Supporting young, diverse leaders who want to create science and these relationships offer all of us a more hopeful future for science and society. And that, from my perspective, will help science continue to give us our great hope